what you've learnt about social media? It's interesting because there's if you're in a business, which you are, you can misunderstand social media and you can get yourself into trouble because once you sort of put yourself out there, then it's a forum obviously when people can come back and you're very exposed.
Yes.
So what have you learned? What can we learn from you about sort of the pitfalls of social media?
First thing I think is when I go to a party or something and I say to the person I'm talking to, you on Facebook? And they go, oh my God, no, I'm not on Facebook. As if it's like this dreadful thing.
Yeah.
And I think first of all, what happens when they're 80? They're not going to know what's going on in the world unless they start learning now what's happening in the world now. As things progress, how are they ever going to jump from there to there? So that's one thing, but they should also be teaching their kids. And I've taught Max and Zoe, my kids, so much about putting nice posts up and not like, everyone has their days where they feel like, oh my God, I just had an argument with my husband and he's an idiot, or, or the kids are driving me nuts. I don't do that. I never put anything negative. If, even with my sore back, I haven't even put that really on the page because I don't want everyone going, oh my God, you poor thing. Like, no. I don't want that energy. I want the energy of up. So I tell the kids not to put awful pictures and not to put awful pictures of your friends up where they're like blinking or something.
Do you actually ask people when you take a photo of them, do you say, do you mind if I post it on Facebook?
Yeah, if I think there's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But most people know what I do anyway. Right. And occasionally, like I was away and someone asked me to take a picture down and I thought, oh, it's such a good picture, but I did. I don't understand it always when they ask me to take it down. But what can you do? If it's upset someone, the last thing you want is to alienate someone.
Yeah.
So I take it down. But what else have I learnt? I've learnt not to put those negative things. I've learnt really to block and delete anyone who is awful. And I've also learnt, like being on social media, a lot of your real friends judge you. And they, I'm not guessing. I know that, there's been little lunches where women have gone out for lunch and I'm not a lunchy girl. I'm not sort of that. I just don't do that because I'm home in my pyjamas in the art room. Yeah. And so one of my girlfriends said to me once, well, I had to defend you again at a lunch. And I'm like, really? Like, what have I done? Like, my conscience is clear. I know I've done nothing. She goes, well, because you're on Facebook and all this. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, if people have got nothing better than to talk about me being positive on Facebook.
What is it that scares people about Facebook?
I don't know. I think they think, oh, does she want a TV show? Does she want to do this? Is she trying to be a celebrity? I don't know what they think. But I know that my intention is just to... I've made connections all around the world. I've made incredible friends. I've got a group in Chicago. I visit a group in London. I visit a group in New York, a group in LA. Like, I've got friends all around the world.
And has that all come about from Facebook?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you don't think that would. And sometimes people go, oh, you're real friends or your Facebook, and people say Facebook's not real. But I think it really is. If you have enough connection.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know enough about them. Like, there are those crazy stories like on Catfish where people aren't what they say they are. But I don't know, if you check it out. I always check someone out when they start liking my page and go, oh yeah, and see who's who.